Hey guys, here we are with workout 3 of the beginner series.
Hurry up and take a screenshot if you're wanting to know what you're getting yourself into.
Alright, here we have our single arm dumbbell rows. So this is something a lot of people mistake it for as an arm movement. It is a back movement. So you should really be squeezing your lats back there. If you were to do this with both arms at the same time, you should be able to squeeze a pencil between your muscles in the back.
So slow and controlled.
Yeah, but do it slow and controlled. This is a little sped up here.
So here we have straight leg deadlifts with dumbbells. They can also be done with a bar, but in this case, I'm just making sure to keep the dumbbells very close to my shins. I'm pushing my hips back and keeping my back flat and only going as far as when I feel that stretch, and then pushing my hips forward on the way back up, and always squeezing the glutes.
Here we have the curl to press, and this one, make sure you're not swinging your arms in the movement. Use a light enough weight where you can control it. Keep your elbows in towards your body. Don't let them swing out with it. So curl up, and it's technically what is an Arnold press. So it's facing you, and then when you get to the top, it is facing away from you.
Man, we don't have as much to say for these movements. You guys are pros by now, so workout 3, you know what you're doing already. Alright, here we have our cable tricep pushdown. I'm keeping my elbows tucked and in place, and when I pull down, I'm squeezing the triceps. You can see them working, and if you have another view, you can see my hands coming out a little bit, just to exaggerate squeezing at the bottom. Again, slow and controlled. It's really easy to have your arms take over. Here I switched to using a band, which is actually pretty tough because, again, I'm keeping the band stable on the movement on the way up. So you might have to play around with how high you put the band so the resistance allows you to really get the squeeze at the bottom. Here we have dumbbell step-ups, so 10 on each leg, but I'm alternating, so it's 20 total. And what's happening here is I'm making sure to put my foot in the middle of the bench so that I'm pushing off from my heel and keeping my shin as straight as possible.
Knee behind your toe, always.
Yeah, and definitely getting up there, squeezing my glutes, and then this is just picking up pace a little bit, but you can use, I think I'm using 15s, but definitely choose a weight that works for you. You might want to start without weight just so you can get comfortable with the movement because it's a little cardio.
Here we have lovely inchworm push-ups. You can do these either walking or stationary like I have right here, and just make sure you walk out into a push-up. Try to keep your legs as straight as possible when you come back. It's supposed to be a stretch and also work for your arms too. And on the push-up, get your elbows back so it's not too much pressure on your shoulders. Here we have our Supermans. Squeeze your glutes on this. You should be lifting your shoulders off the ground, knees off the ground, and pushing your hips down. The point of the movement is to work your entire posterior chain here. So if you squeeze the glutes, squeeze for a second at the top, that'll be really good, and that'll help with the contraction to build that muscle and that conditioning for you.
And don't feel bad if you can barely get off the ground like me. Okay, then we go into some ab work. So we have V-ups, and then after that we'll show a little modification if you haven't, if you're not able to keep your legs straight on this and make it all the way up, but pretty self-explanatory. Just try to keep using your abs instead of just using momentum, really. Definitely burns. As a modification for that, we have mini fold-ups. The key here is just to get your shoulders off the ground and keeping those knees tucked, and so you'll work the top and bottom of your abs. So all 6 of them basically. And there you have it. You are now ready to go to intermediate.